Hello everyone, welcome back to Poxnorum. My name is Mirior, and today I'm bringing out a deck that I haven't recorded yet. Split Faction, Shattered Peaks and Underdepths, Under Elementals. As you can see from my opening champ selection, it's partially a fire deck. Underdepths Elementals are all fire themed, it's fantastic. But it's also running Shattered Peaks for the actual elemental synergy. Zimming of the elements is +1 speed to elementals around it. It's the only real direct racial synergy in the BG. But there's a lot of different combinations that work well together, which I will hopefully get to show off in this game. My opponent, espinos449, is playing full faction Underdepths. We'll see how that goes. And opening for Bach Warden. Alright. It's a good champ for dealing with a fire elemental. A bad champ for dealing with a Peaks Ifrit. It's one of the fun, fiery, Shattered Peaks elementals that I'm running, along with the Arroyo Flame Orb. Got it pulled up here. You can see I'm mainly looking at immunity physical right now because that Bach Warden is only physical damage. I'm also looking at this fantastic gift to give any champ I so choose Berserker 3. I say any champ, it's any elemental or hyena, but everything I run is elemental, so any champ in this deck. There are a couple of champs that goes really well with. The Fire Elemental is one of them. Fire Elemental's favorite first turn deploy. They're fast, they're really efficient, lots of damage. Melee only, but are good at fighting other melee. They have aura and damage shield. Just fantastic amount of damage output, not terrible survivability. They're really good with Berserker because in the early game, people do have to come to them to deal with them, or they will be going into the ranged champs and causing havoc. And with Berserker 3 on, it's 9 speed, 16 damage. Anything that starts to turn next to it is in a lot of pain. The Bach Warden does have a ranged attack, but it's a cooldown 3 ranged attack. So I'm not... And he's played a second physical damage champion into the Peaks Ifrit. Alright. Peaks Ifrit, in addition to Berserker stuff, like I said, has immunity physical. Which means there's still nothing on Espinos' board that can hurt it. So I'll send the Fire Elemental into the side font, and just send that Ifrit into the mid font with impunity. Alright. Can't quite afford a third drop deploy, not even the Flamewisp. I've mentioned earlier, I always try to run champs under 16 aura in any deck. In this deck, it is the Arroyo Flamewisp. Cheap ranged, good stats for its cost. And, as all the Arroyo are, elementals. Well, let's see what Espinos. Espinos also does not have a third drop champ. Since as far as, unless there's some surprise, I'm not seeing the Ifrit is set to just savage things. And savage things it shall. I can charge it straight at that Goblin Archer. Force him to either fall back or take significant damage. The Ifrit, also an Berserker, has 9 speed. If he does retreat, I can have it come back and kill the Warbanner. Or chase it down. Either way, it's taking aura damage, and Goblin Archers are very squishy. The Archer is a good champ for dealing with that Fire Elemental, because he really doesn't want to engage the Fire Elemental in melee. And of course, by playing a second Ifrit, I have 2 immune physical champs against his 2 physical damage. Alright, here's something that can hit the Ifrit. Angel of Pain. Frightening. Hunter Walkers doesn't do great against the Ifrits that are also flying. And it does have to close into melee to hit them while I've got Berserker up. Is painful. Alright, the Archer is retreating. Not far enough to be safe from the Fire Elemental. Now it is. Alright. Step back here. Kill that Warbanner. Force him to come into the font if he wants to deal with me. And I can get a 4th champ down. And I think I want something ranged on the board. Which, best range champ I have available at the moment. It's probably the Peaks Marid. It's my second deck in a row that I've built using Peaks Marid. It is still a fantastic champion. In this deck, instead of running him with Jolt, I'm running him with Distracting Blows. It's good both ways. But here, raw damage output is not something the elementals are short on. Alright. Okay, so I considered taking the Berserker off the Fire Elemental, giving it to the other Ifrit, but I think I'd rather be able to keep that Fire Elemental terrifying. Chasing down the Archer, keeping it from getting mini hits off on the Fire Elemental. It's still going to get some damage in, but also doing aura damage as I go. Alright. 22, we can't quite reach him with the Angel without a Price of Victory. And even that wouldn't be a kill, so you'd need to spend 2 spells to kill it here. And the Archer is in range to get absolutely savaged. Bark Warden really can't do much. I'm keeping the Elemental away from it. It's Orb of Protection, alright. Just trying to keep the font contested, I guess. It doesn't really do much against most of my stuff is melee. But okay, the Angel has moved in to range to be hit twice by the Ifrit. Alright, it's got dealing fire damage in with the Orb Protection, but that's not much. Let's kill some stuff. Move the Mirior up. I know I'm going to be doing that regardless. Archer is 3 hit points short of dying from just hit it with the Elemental and then aura kill it. With an AoE, that Archer is dead. Yeah. I think dropping a Fire Blast here is probably a good play. Or Superiority, get damage on all 3 of them. Yeah, that's the route I'm going here. Fire Blast would have healed the Fire Elemental. And looking at this in hindsight, that probably would have been the better play here. The Warden is not much of a threat. Question is, can I kill the Angel's turn as well? The answer is no. Probably could have, but I ran out of time to do the calculations. Alright, he's got the Fire Elemental dead if he wants it dead. It'll mean that Angel spending another turn, leaving the 2 Immune Fizz things alive. But that's alright. I've still got plenty of time before the Angel ascends. That's 6 turn timer counting down there. I don't expect it'll still be alive that long. Unless he retreats and disengages. Alright, going for the kill. Yep, got it with the arrow shot to avoid the fire shield. And to give the Bach Warden something to do. It's not grabbing the Nora Globe, probably a mistake there. But it is moving into the font. And there's a Grundlewolf. More physical damage. I am not sad to see that at all. Alright, I want to take out the Angel this turn, and I do want to take out the Angel this turn. What will I need? Got 14 damage from 1 hit from the Marid, which would be 10 damage. Everything I have is flying, so that Hunter is not an obstacle. Damage there, 14 damage from the Ifrit. It has Masochism up. This will get the kill. Now I've got Hunter Underdepths, and the only thing that can hurt it is dead. Finishing blow, let's just grab that unprotected back font. And another champ. Yes. Yep. Not much that the Espinos could do against double immune physical, not with the champs he was deploying. Good game, everyone.